nice. Well, up next we have Nicole Garcia. Studio and concert musician. Recent performances include the 2023 Grammys with Luke Combs. We have the Lady Gaga residency in Las Vegas with Billie Eilish, with Rihanna, and also played with Burt Bacharach's last recorded release with Elvis Costello. Absolutely fantastic. A round of applause for Nicole.
Thank you so much.
So Nicole, especially being in the gigging world, what are some best practices that you use to foster a healthy network of contacts and colleagues to keep the gig work coming in?
I think the best thing is to nurture those contacts you made all along the way and making sure that you always nurture those ones because they always come back. And they're usually the ones that support you the most because they know where you came from and they know your bones, so they know how you grew and to see where you are. And that networking alone is like a spider web. You meet their friends and their friends are rad and they like you and it just keeps going. But I think a root of it, and that's something I learned at UCLA, is you keep your friends here. The ones that you meet here are the ones that are growing right alongside you and are reaching for that same sunshine. So that's the best way to keep that.
Amazing. And networking, it's a reoccurring theme that everyone will hear throughout your time here at UCLA in general, and it's one of the most vital parts of the music industry. Can you tell us about a time where a connection led to an opportunity for work in your field?
I think actually it was here at UCLA. We were doing a chorale concert. We were actually doing the UCLA chorale concert, and we were performing at I think the Bel Air Presbyterian with Don Nguyen. And we were doing something, and to this day I cannot remember which chorale piece it was, but it was so moving that it was like the first time I'd gotten like fully lost in something. And Don Nguyen said, "Oh my God, I love how you got lost there." I said, the place, just everything about it just transported me. He introduced me to someone, hey, he needs a violinist and soon. Can you come in for him? And that led to that, led to that, led to that. So just those moments, especially like a concert, you have no idea how many people who support the arts come to UCLA concerts just to sit and chill. And then they want to give money to you. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying that truly because with those people are saying, hey, you sound great. You sound like you really love what you do. How can I help you get better? You'll be surprised. You would be walking down the hall when that kind of stuff happened. And I would be really shocked. I thought, no way that you were sitting there watching me. There's no way. But there are like music angels out there who want to see you succeed. So always treat every opportunity that you have as your moment to show everybody what you got, even if nobody's there.
Yeah, give a round of applause for that, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you could be a UCLA student again, what would you have done differently or taken advantage of knowing what you know now about the industry?
Knowing what I know now, I think I would have been a little bit more brave and try other genres. Okay, because it was here that I met Kenny Burrell in the jazz department. I was noodling around, and I didn't know what I was noodling about. And then he said, how can I help you, show you what you're trying to learn? I was by myself. He was already probably on his way home, and he took that 10 minutes to show me, this is what you can do to expand your horizon. Now that I should have taken a lot more serious and said, you know what? If there's jazz, there's got to be other stuff. There's got to be musical theater. There's got to be something besides classical. There's got to be fiddle playing. There's got to be other things, other genres that you can try. Then, when your time comes to do anything like a soundtrack, you are ready. But I had to learn a lot of that stuff along the way. If I had just taken the time at UCLA and spent it kind of nagging my teachers, hey, give me 10 minutes, show me what you can show me so I can learn how to do that. Anything to transform your musical experience will help you tremendously.
How many gigs a year would you say you do? And then can you tell us what your favorite gig ever was and why?
Okay, so gigs come and they fluctuate. So as all musicians will know, it's feast or famine. It's the faucet turns on and the faucet turns off, and then you just go, God, I hope I work next month. Please, God, let me work next month. My favorite ever gig, though, is we got to record a track for will.i.am at his studio. Now, I didn't know he had a studio in LA, and he has like this incredible, like, his studio looks like a spaceship. It's just the most unbelievable thing in the middle of LA. And we were recording something for NASA. Now, I was like, what? It's just this NASA on the front. I thought it was NASA, the rap group, so I got confused. And then we recorded it, and then he says to me, we're sending this to NASA. I said, yeah, NASA. He goes, no, NASA, Space NASA. I said, oh, why? Because it's going to be on a rover that's going to play our track on the surface of Mars to see if anybody will respond. Now you can imagine, I don't care even if we didn't make any contact with anybody in the face. The fact that something I played on was being played on another planet, I think that is the best.
Was the track called Baby Shark? No?
No.
Okay. What was the track?
It's universal language. It really is. It was just like a random pop song. It really
Wow.
I can't even tell you what it was, but just the fact that we were, I mean, this rover with like little tiny eyes was rolling around and playing this track like just to nothing. It was just really surreal.
What a cool opportunity.
Yes.
He performed it with the National Symphony Orchestra in D.C., and I was at that concert.
Oh, well now, unfortunately, no more lightning rounds, but this is the time to open it up for a little Q&A. So anyone who has a question, feel free to raise your hand, and we'll get to you. And if you want to address it to a certain panelist, feel free to just ask, or a general, and one of us could step in and help answer it. So feel free to raise your hand, and we could start. We're professionals.
Hello. Hi. I had a question for everyone. So when you're getting that first job or that first internship, what is the thing that gets your foot in the door, or what is the key to almost convincing them that you're the thing that they need?
I think a real big part of it is being grateful, no matter what gig you got. Like, you could be at the worst gig, but you have to find something in it to be grateful for, because that shows more than anything. And it shows if you look at every opportunity as an opportunity instead of an opportunity to impress someone and say, hey, you need me. They should be able to see it within you without you having to try. So it really should come from in here.
Hi, this is for everyone also. How do you balance when you have a lot of different gigs all in the air at the same time, and prioritize your time, and at the same time be thinking, do I need to clear space in my schedule for the thing that hasn't come yet, and which one do I let go of, and to create the space and know that something you want more is going to come into that space? Because I find myself just so busy, and I'm like, I don't think there's space for the new thing to come in yet. So how would you think about that?
I'd be happy to start. So
I think that's one thing that we don't really talk about is making space, because that creates space for mental and emotional health too. And as much as we want to get all those amazing gigs, the one mantra I always had is there are always going to be gigs. So regardless of the best gig that you see now or on the horizon, it'll come if you just stay focused. One of the things is to really understand you as a being, because you, at the end of the day, you're not a machine, you're a human. So you really got to take care of yourself mentally and emotionally first, so then you can attack all the other things that you want to go for. But yeah, take care of you first.
Hi, I think my question, is mostly for like the gigging side, but a conversation that I have a difficult time with, or that I find a lot of people don't give a lot of information on, I think is like payment and rate. And I'm finding myself kind of like, how do I go into this conversation knowing that like I'm getting paid what I should be and I'm not getting ripped off, especially because I have no like prior knowledge. So how do I kind of enter that conversation and kind of establish a rate that's fair?
I totally agree with Nicole and Ryan, but I also want to throw in what Vince said. A lot of that too is instinct. You have to kind of feel out the project, because sometimes you can get like they can give you, I'm going to give you $1 million, and halfway through you only got 5. And you should be able to go, okay, I got to leave. This is not for me. But sometimes a lot of it comes with just the first conversation with that person. So use that as a guide.
Well, there we go. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming to the first Insider Access at the UCLA Herb Alpert School of
thank
Music.
you.
Really appreciate it. There's a couple people that I just wanted to thank real quickly: Dean Strempel, Liz Volwinkle, Brandon Faber, Cameron Roberts, Sean Allen, and to all of our amazing panelists: Nicole Cohen, Nicole Garcia, Satya Fuentes, Vince Villanueva, and Jeff Kritka. Thank you so much.